Hello guys, this is Modest Major here, bringing you some commentary over some Holiday Doubles gameplay. The gameplay in the background is not too special. I actually went on a little bit of a streak playing with Sword Vengeance, who I used to play a lot of doubles with back in the Halo 4 days. And I managed to get a relatively decent score. I do get portrayed by Sword Vengeance, so everyone can go send hate messages to him. It was an accident, but I'd rather you guys pretend it wasn't an accident and really give him a rough time over it, because I think it would make all of our lives a little bit better. Nonetheless, today, what I wanted to talk about was, I guess, basically explain to you guys why I haven't really been in the mood for YouTube, and why I'm kind of intending to get back on it in some way or another, at least make YouTube videos in some capacity, because I do enjoy commentating, I do enjoy getting stuff off my chest, and I can speak for hours, I'm sure you guys are aware. And it's not like I haven't had the itch to speak, it's just the format in which YouTube is done. Feels a little bit dirtied to me, especially within the little insular Halo community by itself. I think there was a time where the Halo community felt a little bit pure to me, and that might be an over-exaggeration. I might be pulling the nostalgia wall over my eyes. But definitely, I would say the Reach community, which I used to be a big fan of watching YouTube content during the Reach era. I absolutely despised Reach. I thought it was a terrible game, and that's a testament to how good I thought the content was, that I would stick around and watch like literally every single BBK Dragoon video that came my way, and every single Tool Chief. Not a lot of people speak about Tool Chief, but Tool Chief was a monster back in the day. He's still in the Halo community as the manager of Halo Follower, believe it or not. But these two guys used to just make content that absolutely blew my mind. People always used to talk about Paul B a lot as well. Paul B almost feels like, I don't know, he's British, I'm British. Within me, I had a secret rivalry. I could never like him. It was like, who is this British guy? Why does he get to be the British Halo YouTuber? That should be me. Screw you, Paul B. But no, not really. Like, he's a really respectable YouTuber who put up insane gameplays. And back then, you know, there just felt like there was something special. There was a spark of energy. There was a competitive energy between the YouTubers, but it was still friendly at the same time. You know, everyone kind of wanted to make better content and up their production. For me, BBK Dragoon was at the forefront of that movement, and still, like, everyone was just creating content that I thought was getting better and better. And the point I want to make is that I feel like it was really, really strong for the consumers, and that's obviously something I tried to replicate in my content going into Halo 4. I was a really dedicated Halo 4 player, and I felt that I could bring some knowledge to the table, or some insight to the table into the community, or into the game's ecosystem at large. That's always what I was kind of fascinated with, is just the little bubble of the Halo 4 community, the fact that something kind of came from nothing. Phoenix rised from the ashes of the release of Halo 4, because I did think that Halo 4 was a pretty disappointing game overall, to be quite honest with you guys. And now we move into Halo 5, and I think this movement in content that I'm not a big fan of started to crop up here. It started to prop up, and I feel the way in which I want to title this brand of content that a lot of people seem to be doing is front doorstep content. It's content for the people who show up and they drift in and out of the Halo community. Maybe their main game is something else. Maybe their main game is a CSGO. Maybe their main game is a Dota 2. But they like to check in on the Halo community every so often and see what's up. And that's where you'll find content like, did you know that this new rec pack just came out in Halo 5? Did you know that this new something something came out in Halo 5? I'm going to speak about it for 3 minutes. Do a little mini commentary over it, put a little slideshow in the background, and it's like basically like this BBC News presentation, or if you haven't got BBC in America, I guess a CBS News presentation. I feel like I'm watching, you know, just a bit of a news bite. And for someone who's dedicated and really enjoys consuming Halo content at its fullest, you know, I've got a big belly. I need to be fed a lot. I need a lot of information, a lot of insight, a lot of depth. These videos are pretty shallow content, in my opinion. I totally understand why they do it. I totally understand why the movement's happened, because, let's be honest, the majority of people who will watch Halo are people who probably aren't playing Halo that much, because Halo's not that big now. And it's going to be the people drifting from CSGO, from Dota 2, these big like titles that people choose as their main games, but they still have this nostalgia for the older Halo games, or they still have this interest, so they just crop in every so often and they want to hear what's going on. The problem is that content's okay, like I understand the place for it, but it's becoming like the basis of content on Halo YouTube. It's becoming, you know, the backbone of a lot of people's YouTube channels, and people are starting to copy that brand of YouTube. So people are starting to mold their channel into something like that, into something where, you know, it's more likely to get a click, because if it's on a related video and it has a big picture of a shiny, like, I don't know, a new Warthog wreck, or a new something, or a rep pack opening, or, you know, something just kind of a little bit glitzy, but it's not too off-putting, then they can put that on their channel, and people, like, gear their channel towards that type of content fully. And I think it's bad content for the hardcore consumers, for the people who are actually like want to gain a way deeper interest and a way deeper involvement into someone's Halo YouTube channel, because that's what I am. Like, for me, when it comes to getting involved and getting sucked into someone's YouTube channel, I kind of want to watch like everything, you know. I kind of want to hear their every single opinion about Halo. I want to hear everything they've got to say about every little nitty-gritty, itty-bitty part of the Halo YouTube community. And I think other people are similar, you know, just because I like commentary in depth, you know, some people want to see Forge in depth. They want to see, you know, montages in depth. They want to see, but they don't want to see like this little tiny corner of what they have to offer, and then you just kind of leave. I feel like you're burnt for being a hardcore member of the Halo community. Like, I play Halo a significant amount. I enjoy consuming Halo a significant amount. And I feel like I'm punished for being a hardcore fan, instead of, like, if I was a casual fan, I would be getting better content in my YouTube subscription box. Because, to be honest with you guys, 70% of the content that props up in my sub box nowadays is pretty terrible. I mean, there's obviously exceptions, and I don't want to single people out, because then I'll single someone else out who didn't get involved. Of course, there'll always be little examples of, like, burgeoning content. You know, the main person I want to shout out now is Ubernick, because Ubernick is, like, you know, and I've got a bit of bias there because he's my friend, but, like, at the same time, he's making a lot of content, and he's, like, putting a lot of effort into it. And even if it's not your style of content, he's got something that if you stayed there for some significant amount of time and you like that base level of content, he goes into it, he provides a lot of it, and it's not just kind of, like, meaningless, I guess. And, yeah, for me, when I'm watching a lot of these YouTubers nowadays, I feel like they don't care about the people who are invested in the long term, who, like, want to learn more about you and want to hear more about your Halo opinions, because it's just not, it's not built for you. That channel's not built for you. It's built for the people who, like, door to door, you know, go from channel to channel, go from related video to related video, and come and check out, you know, like, your little, oh, I didn't know Halo was adding this, I'm gonna watch a 2-minute video presentation on this. And I think that type of video, like, kind of sucks. And it's not that they just do, like, okay, maybe I'd be a little bit less mad if they did, okay, because, for example, BBK Dragoon, no shots fired, he occasionally does, like, a little news video, but then on the side, he'll do, like, 20-minute video on why something happened and something happened. Okay, I get it, you're building your channel, you know that you need to do those kind of videos to bring in a certain type of people and a certain, you know, proportion of an audience, but at the same time, if you want to hear BBK Dragoon's in-depth opinions on Halo, he's not scared to put them out there and scared to make content that's actually, like, good for the consumers in the long term. Because a lot of YouTube right now is AIDS for the consumer. It's just, like, abusing the system of YouTube because of where YouTube's gone, because YouTube doesn't have as good a system of finding related videos anymore. It has a terrible system of finding related videos, because, like, it's all, like, really heavily filtered. It used to be that you just get, like, related videos in some big tab on the right hand side, and it could have anything on there. I found Genesis Rider on there with 300 subs. You guys might not remember Genesis because he's not making that many videos at the moment, but I'm sure some of you guys do. You know, one of the best tips and tricks Halo commentators I've ever seen. I found him on, like, 300 or 400 subs or something stupid like that. Actually, it might have been more, but whatever. He had not as big a channel, is what I'm trying to say. And I found him through related videos, and I was like, dude, related videos is amazing. And do you know what they did? They got rid of it, and now it's like recommended videos or some crap. And it's all like these, like, really over-the-top thumbnails. It's this really eye-catchy stuff, and it's all in this circle of, like, the bigger YouTubers, and it just circulates among them, and they know they've got to, like, follow the system in order to be able to keep up with that recommended system. So they let their content take a knock for it, because you know, you can't get to the top by playing your own game, or it's a lot harder to do that anyway. And you kind of need to have these videos that are like, if they get one click of like, oh, it had the right title, oh, it had the right thumbnail, oh, it was like eye-catching enough, and basically like kind of casual content, I would say, on YouTube. Like, it's not like, it's very rare that the type of content that gets picked up by that and gets put in the recommended videos consistently is going to be something like a really in-depth, you know, 30-minute video on opinions on this. No, like, most likely it's going to be, here's a picture of the new Forge canvas, oh my god! 1 minute video, and they don't want to make it too long because otherwise people will click off, so they make it AIDS content. And I'm just like, oh, you know, we're taking a hit here, boys. And I do think it's possible to counterbalance, maybe it's harder content to make, I do think it's possible to counterbalance content that brings in new viewers with content that's still good. But people are taking the safe route of doing content that's only good for new viewers. And I just think that's, like, not right, because I don't think you're expressing yourself anymore as much. You're, like, making videos that are about, like, editing little slideshows together of, like, recent news and, like, barely giving any opinion or any insight over it. And even if it's not that, it's, like, it's just like, oh, here's me opening a new rec, or something like that. Or here's a 2-minute video discussing, I don't know, some Forge advancement, but I'm not going to give too much of my opinions away because that might scare people off. And it's just like, ah! I'm over it, dude. I'm so over it. Like, I just want to watch some, like, decent Halo content on the regular. That's why I kind of get annoyed by, like, the idea of, like, I don't know, I don't really want to support that kind of content anymore. Like, I guess I wasn't, I mean, I guess I don't have much support to give anyway, so it's probably, like, one of those things where it's like, cool, Major, you're not gonna like a video when you have, like, an inactive channel and you're not making videos on it. Boo-hoo. But it's like, I don't know. I wish I had some sort of support, because I can tell you, like, I would be supporting some channels, definitely not supporting others, because some are sucking at the moment. Some of Halo YouTube's content is pure garbage AIDS right now. And that's just the skinny. That's just the, and I'm sure you guys, like, some of you guys agree, if you're, like, hardcore Halo fans, you can see the depreciation in value for content and value for money. And it's because it's becoming this, like, this system now where everyone's kind of, like, feels like they need to follow the rules or they won't get anywhere on YouTube, or, and the rules aren't really, like, they don't really promote better content. That's the problem. The rules and, like, this silent ghost of a system that YouTube has put down with recommended videos and the way in which videos, like, make to the top. It's not, it's nowhere about the, like, making the best video anymore. Like, that's just not a point. Maybe they should bring back the 5-star rating system so I can start rating videos like 2 out of 10 or something like that. Regardless, this is a bit of a rant video, but that's just where I'm at. That's why I'm not watching certain videos, and that's why I'm just a little bit mad at YouTube, and I'm kind of hoping things will change. There's obviously people out there still making decent content. For me, the montages are the people who are standing out to me the most in Halo 5 for making pretty consistent, reliable content. Guys like Apple Fanatic, guys like FUD, I'm FUD, I mean. And, you know, obviously the obvious guys like Campy and Fat Rat. You know, they're making content for people who want to consume hardcore montage content. And, you know, the views aren't even that great for it half of the time. Like, even Campy, who's at the top, like, it looks like he barely has enough to get by on. So you can tell they're doing it for kind of like a love of the game. And they're making hardcore content for the sake of making hardcore content, which I'm really a big fan of. So I hope I see more of that in, like, the commentary spaces and the... just the other spaces like the Forge spaces. You know, especially as Forge is actually, like, really strong right now, and there's definitely enough to be making hardcore content on it. So anyway, bit ranty, but that's just my opinions at this current point in time. I've been Modest Major. Thanks for watching the video. Peace out.